So, hello, ladies and gentlemen. How was your day? I hope everyone is doing great because today we have a special guest. Can you guess who? Please write down on the comment section and let me know. First of all, I'm Fernanda as a policy advocacy staff partnering with Juita. Also, our head of region, Kiki, will accompany all of you to have an amazing conversation today. So without any further ado, let us meet our special guest, Ichiro. Hi, Ichiro-san.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm looking forward to share my viewpoint about the sightseeing in Indonesia.
Okay, first of all, I also thank you so much for taking a part in this sharing session. And since this is your first time appearing on our screen, can you introduce yourself like what's your name, where you from, and what are you busy right now? Maybe times is your Ichiro.
Okay, self-introduction. Okay, nice to meet you. My name is Ichiro from Japan, and I'm a college student. I will be the third grade in School of International Studies. Mainly, I'm going to study about the environment and the relationship between Japan and Europe in terms of the religion, like Muslim, like Islam. And when I was a high school student, I was studying about the halal food. So I'm interested in the Muslim culture, especially food culture. What food the Muslim eat or what custom the Muslim have. So also I have experience to visit Indonesia twice before when I was high school student. So today I'm looking forward to share my ideas or opinion about Indonesian sightseeing. Thank you.
Okay, that's so fantastic. And I just curious, how was your first impression when you coming to Indonesia first time?
Indonesia first impression. Well, Indonesia. The smell is different from Japan.
Okay.
So I felt, oh, this is an Indonesian smell or Indonesian atmosphere. It was the first impression. The food or other culture is not so surprised because I was studying about Indonesian culture before. So just the smell or atmosphere was different from Japan.
Okay, I think the smell is because Indonesia only has two weather. It is different from Japan. Like
Weather.
we're from, we have tropic climate. So yeah, I think that's it.
But in Japan, in summer, we are also sweaty. It's same as Indonesia, tropical style, and not different, not so far. Yeah.
Okay, that's really good. I think it relates on our reality because Indonesia has a lot of charming culture, and I'm so happy that you have been visit Indonesia twice, and it is a good impression about Indonesia. Thank you so much for your kind words. Also, well, Indonesia, where destination have you traveled? Are you going to another destination when you coming to Indonesia?
Travel and visiting in Indonesia.
Yeah.
In terms of sightseeing, travel.
Like you come to a destination or tourist object?
Yeah, it was a little bit difficult to get the information about how to get to the destination. Like, the first day when I visit the Indonesia first, we went to the kota near Jakarta, and it was difficult to visit because we we are eager to get information how to use the train. The train is a new tool in Jakarta, right? About 2 or 3 years ago, it was the new transportation system in Jakarta. So it was a little bit difficult to get the information about the train. So yeah, in Japan also we have a lot of train system, transportation system, but it was a little bit different from Japan the train and Indonesian train. So we wanted to get the information about the train. And we don't have any guidebook about Indonesian sightseeing spot. So if we got the Indonesian sightseeing spot guidebook, it was helpful for us, maybe.
Okay, thank you, Ichiro-san, for your information. Later, we will also talk about some transportation advocacy, transportation OT in Indonesia. So I think it's related from your explanation. Also, if you notice, we are using virtual background from one of the destination in Indonesia right now. Do you know where place that Juwita or Kiki take, maybe?
The hometown?
That's a good answer, but it is not correct. Any other idea?
So like you and Kiki is city.
Can you guess where I am, maybe?
Jakarta, no.
Okay, thank you for your answer. We will let you know. But before that, from the virtual background that we use, which one are you curious about? Mine or Juwita or Kiki?
Okay, maybe I will explain little things about my virtual background, Ichiro. So it is Borobudur Temple. If you know, Borobudur Temple is one of the biggest Buddhist temple in the world. It's located in Central Java in Magelang. Maybe if you want to come to Indonesia and visit Central Java, I will take you to Borobudur Temple and see how it is. It's very, very big, and it's a good place to have a lot of history about Indonesia and also the Buddhist religion in here. So you must visit it in your next visit to Indonesia. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Kiki. For Juwita, where place do you take for virtual background? Can you explain a little bit to each person?
Okay, my background is Toba Lake. Yeah, Toba Lake is a large natural lake in North Sumatra.
Vari.
Yeah. It has many historical stories, like a son who not what Durhaka, what it's called, and like a son who has seen and they make the region or area is sorry, I forget the English.
No.
Okay.
Take your time.
Sorry.
Okay, while waiting, I will also explain a little bit about my virtual background. This is Raja Ampat, which is also dubbed as a paradise in Eastern Indonesia. I recommend you to visit the place if there's any time. It's located in the Papua. Okay.
Actually, Bari is the famous for sightseeing spot in Japan. So before Corona pandemic, a lot of Japanese people visit Java for their vacation and enjoy the beach. So yeah, it's most famous for Japanese people. the Java as a sightseeing spot in Indonesia.
Yeah, Bali is the most famous island in Indonesia. The government in Indonesia also built some policy to make 10 new Bali in Indonesia. Okay, so Juwita, are you have done with your...
Yes. What I mean is not a sun, but people who light and make the area sink. So it becomes a lake, right? Like that. You got it?
In Bali.
Okay, thank you, Juwita, for your explanation. Also, for your information, because you are from Japan, I also follow Indonesian influencer who study there, exactly in the Waseda University. Can you, do you know Waseda University also?
Waseda University?
Yeah, there is Indonesian influencer who study there, and I follow his daily life was so awesome and full of unique things. So I hope I can go to Japan at least once a lifetime. Do you have any recommend place in Japan if I can go sometime?
Maybe the four people from abroad, maybe Tokyo or Osaka is famous for people from abroad. However, my university, my college is in Tochigi Prefecture. It's near Tokyo area, but we have the World Heritage in Tochigi, and famous for strawberry or milk or other other Japanese food. So I recommend the Tochigi Prefecture to visit for your sightseeing spot, site for your sightseeing. But for maybe people from abroad want to go to the Tokyo or Osaka is first. But I'd like to recommend to visit Tochigi. We can say the Utsunomiya City. Do you know Nikko?
No, I don't know.
No?
Sorry.
Yeah. So the Nikko is famous for World Heritage. So it's easy to visit from Tokyo area. So I recommend Tochigi Prefecture.
Okay, well, no, thank you for your recommendation. And I heard Juwita also planning to go there. Is that right, Juwita?
Exactly. Yeah. About a month ago, I plan to go to Japan, but I think it still cannot to go there because the border is not already open.
For study or for vacation?
Just a vacation.
Just a vacation. That's good.
Anyway, has the Japanese border already open right now?
Yeah, from today we don't have any rule. Maybe from April we are open for people from abroad for vacation or for study abroad. So yeah, next month, April.
Okay. So what if the number of tourists is increasing? Does the COVID case in Japan not increase?
In corona pandemic, the number of sightseeing from 2022, this year, the number of foreign tourists is slowly increasing, but not so much as before corona pandemic. We don't see any foreign people in our town or sightseeing spot.
Okay. So in Japan, domestic is the number of COVID cases is increasing or decreasing?
Decreasing now. Decreasing now. Yeah, the situation is becoming good before, as other than before.
Okay, I think it's just the same in Indonesia too, because actually in Indonesia, today is the percentage of the infected positive cases has begun to decrease, especially in this month. So that's why the policies of leniency, some policies are leniency, and for example, a few months ago, when we wanted to travel, we should have PCR or antigen test as a mandatory requirement. But right now, the policy is no longer valid for people who have been vaccinated twice. And I'm gonna ask Kiki mungkin, maybe, what do you think about the policy? Sorry, no, it's still for you. What do you think about the policy? Do you think it is suitable for this situation or not? The policy's leniency. Ichiro.
So you mean the positive?
The policy, new policy. Like I said that a few months ago, the policy is still tight. I mean, if we want to travel, we have to do PCR or antigen test.
Vaccinated twice.
Yeah, but it's no longer valid if you have already vaccinated twice. So what do you think about that rule? Is it suitable for this situation or not?
Yeah. So the PCR and vaccinated twice is the same rule in Japan. So for safe travel, it is needed. So, but I think it's strict compared with Europe, because in Europe, from the end of last year, a lot of tourists can visit the Europe for their vacation. But in Asia, like Indonesia, Japan, Korea, or Thailand, Malaysia, it is difficult to visit because we need to take vaccine twice, or we need to take PCR check. So for European people, it is difficult to visit Asia as for their vacation, and also for Asian people to visit other Asian country.
Is in Japan is still strict regulation for tourists, or?
Yeah, for tourists it is strict. It's strict, like vaccine twice, or we need to take one or 2 weeks for self-isolated time.
Okay, it makes sense. Anyway, thank you for your kind answer, and I'd like to know what Kiki said about the preservation of this policy. So, Kiki, what do you think about the new regulation that deals the easing of mobility in Indonesia?
Okay, so what I think about the regulation right now is, because the things that we need to understand that the condition of COVID right now in Indonesia is also not too high, but we are still under as a coronavirus. disease. So I think the regulation is good for the people who need to travel it to other province or maybe other island, but it become worse if the people use it to take it good to somewhere if they are still positive. It will, yeah, I think it's very dangerous because they are not the apa sih pencegahan? Can someone help me with? Yeah, I think there is no protect if the people who are still got the positive condition for COVID, but they are travel to other place, but nothing to check before like the PCR because we don't need to PCR more. I think it's the worst things, but for some people who will go to travel around or maybe take a job in other province and other island, it will become a good regulation. But for other people who are want to use it to a negative side, I think it's a bad idea. But I hope any of regulation that government made, government said it will help and also do for the community and our people here. So yeah, as a citizen who agree to the government, so we must follow its of the instruction that I think this is the best that we can do right now as a citizen, because we never know that what they already plan or maybe what they already discuss with each other in the government. So I think in the different side, in the positive side, is a good for people who have to go travel or work because it will decrease their money to have a test and then thing. But yeah, like I said before, it become worse if people is still have a positive condition, but they are use a public facility to get their like train or baby plane. Yeah, I think that is my opinion about the regulation.
Okay, agreed.
I think in Japan, how about in Japan, Ichiro, right now, that the people who are want to use plane or maybe train to go to different prefectures or maybe other province, that you still need to have a PCR test or just go if you are already have vaccinated twice?
And domestic travel?
Yes, for domestic travel.
We don't need. Yeah. But so if we want to go to the other country, we need to take PCR check. But in country vacation, country travel, we don't need to the PCR check. But as Kiki said, we need to take balance between the healthcare and economic income. Yeah, income. So the Japanese government is in trouble how to get the balance between the Japanese people's healthcare and sightseeing income, because Japan is a huge country to get. Japanese main industry is one of main industry is sightseeing. So the sightseeing income is very important for Japanese government. So they want to take balance between health and economy.
Okay, thank you for your opinion, guys. Maybe I can give it back to Fernanda.
Okay. Yes, I also strongly agree that in policy, of course, there are several aspects that need to be reviewed using maybe SWOT analysis. And I think what have been published in Indonesia Citizen must be the best policy. Well, Ichiro, since you visit Indonesia, is there any suggestion that you want to convey to us to develop better about tourism in Indonesia? Maybe you can feel free to explain it because we just need to know your aspiration.
You mean the good point or good feeling about the Indonesian sightseeing?
It's up to you if you want to give some suggestion about maybe a bad things in Indonesia or you other things.
Sightseeing.
Yeah.
Suggestions. So I think the Indonesian people have good feeling about good impression about Indonesian people have good impression about Japanese people because when we visit Indonesia, so Indonesian people Indonesian people is very kindly to us. Even when don't speak Indonesian language, but they are very kindly like in a shopping store or sightseeing spot. So if Indonesian sightseeing spot have the Japanese language information board, it is very kind for us to get the information because a lot of Indonesian language information board are there, but other language board like English or Japanese language information board is needed for us to get the information. And yeah, like train transportation system or sightseeing spot. So the first suggestion is the language information support for tourists. And and for Japanese people, it is unfamiliar for us to know about the Muslim culture because we Japanese people don't have any lesson or any class about the religion in Japanese school. So we don't have any knowledge or skills to know about the Islam culture. So maybe some Japanese people, it's difficult to understand the Muslim culture when they visit Indonesia first. So maybe they will be surprised. So if it is possible, we want to get to the opportunity to get to know about the Muslim culture in Indonesia, like how to greet each other, or how to eat Indonesian food, or about the Muslim custom. So that's all. In summary, my second suggestion is we'd like to get the opportunity to know about the Muslim culture or Muslim custom in Indonesia because Japanese people is unfamiliar for other religion custom or religion culture. Yeah, these are my opinion about sightseeing in Indonesia.
Well, thank you so much for your suggestion to Indonesia. We will accommodate your aspiration and we will also convey to the government so that when you want to visit Indonesia, you can get what you need and what you want. Also, I think that opinion also close our sharing session this time. I'm sure that there are also still many things that we can discuss from this topic, but due to time constraint, I hope this meeting can give a good impression for you and all of us. And for the last time, can you give some closing statement for the participants who are joining and watching this video, maybe?
The message.
Yeah, a closing statement message.
So now it is difficult to visit other country for sightseeing due to corona pandemic now, but I hope we no I hope many people all over the world can visit other country for vacation easily before corona pandemic, as same as before corona pandemic, and but also other country for sightseeing in other country is very important, but domestic travel, like in Indonesian people visit other Indonesian area, or Japanese people visit other Japanese sightseeing spot, is also very important. Domestic sightseeing industry is very important for Japanese government and also in Indonesian government. So I think it is important to get the balance between the foreign countries travel and domestic travel. It's also both are important, but we need to continue to think about both sightseeing business or sightseeing topic. So this is a message from me.
Okay, thank you, Ichiro-san, and also Juwita and Kiki for your participation active in this discussion. For all of my friends who are watching this video, please feel free to leave your opinion regarding the topic we discussed before in the comment section below and let us know. Once again, thank you so much for your participation and see you on the next sharing session. Goodbye.
Bye, Ichiro.
Thank you.
Ichiro, can we just screenshot for the documentation?
Sure.
Oke, Kak Adin minta tolong ya. Kak Adin? Oke. Oke, let us start. 3, 2, 1. Okay, for the next pose, can we follow the Kiki pose?
Bagus ya, bagus.
3, 2, 1. Okay. Okay, for the last, can we follow Ichiro pose?
My pose, okay.
Yeah. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's already done. Thank you so much, Ichiro, for your participation. I want to confirm about this. The portfolio that we post on social media. Can we tag your Instagram account?
You and other.
I think about our organization social media. We wanna.
Yeah, you send me the Instagram account on the Instagram direct message, and I have checked about the Instagram account.
I mean, if we want to post Instagram story or feeds, can we tag your account, your Instagram account?
So, I'm sorry. So, you mean I share about in my story?
No, we just share your username in the Instagram story. Is it okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you for your confirmation. And yeah, is there any closing statement from Juwita and Kiki, maybe?
Maybe I give it to Kiki.
Okay, thank you. I just want to say thank you to Ichiro for having us today in thank you for receiving our invitation today for having a little discussion about regulation and the tourism things in Indonesia and in Japan. And I just want to remind back in 2018 when I have a chance to visit Japan. Because I was visit Japan in 2018 and it was very long time before the COVID pandemic start. And like Ichiro said before that, what the prefecture that you suggest to us, Ichiro, the name of the prefecture?
Tochigi Prefecture.
Tochigi.
Yep.
Okay. I just forget. I'm not remember about that prefecture, but if Ichiro, Tochigi, if Ichiro know Minato, you know Minato? Minato. Yeah, the place where the Gundam.
Minato port.
Yeah, that's right. Minato area where's the Gundam. Apa namanya bangunan? Bukan bangunan, apa sih? I forget the name.
Minato, yeah, port.
The place where the itu apa? Yang di Amerika tuh apa namanya, guys? Patung Liberty, you know the Liberty statue, the Minato set area. And then also I visit the Asakusa Temple in that area. Okay.
In Tokyo, yeah.
Yeah, some place where I visited in Japan in 2018, and I hope I have a chance to visit Japan in my second time, but the situation right now is not provide us to go abroad, of course in Japan, because yeah, like Ichiro said before, maybe for vacation from tourists or aside from Japan is still prohibited, so you cannot go to Japan right now, but I hope it will go soon. So maybe Fernanda, Juwita, or maybe myself have a same opportunity to go to Japan, and maybe you can also go to Indonesia, because right now if you want to go to Indonesia, you can just go and fly to Bali, because you don't need to have a quarantine anymore. You just make sure that you have to vaccine twice and then just show the PCR result, and you don't need to have a quarantine for 3 days or 5 days in Bali anymore. But I don't know the regulation if you want to visit other province outside Bali as a foreign, is a prohibit or not, because yeah, I still don't have information about that. But if you want to visit Bali, you can just go here, or maybe, and then maybe Fernanda and Judah can go there to Bali to meet you in Bali, so we can take a vacation together in Bali. Maybe I think it's the best offer that we can give to you. Just tell Fernanda by the end you want to go Indonesia, and maybe we can meet there. Okay, thank you, Fernanda.
Okay, thank you, Kiki and Juwita, also Ichiro, for joining this meeting. Personally, we want to thank you so much for your participation, and I hope we can meet again, not via online, but yeah, maybe sometimes.
And if you want to get the additional information from me, you can send direct message, and yeah, when you want to, if you want to get the additional other information about the sightseeing.
Okay, thank you so much. I will contact you later if there's any things that we want to ask about Japan perspective. Well, I think that is the end of our meeting today. If you have any other activities, please feel free to leave this meeting. And I hope we can meet again. See you on the next activities or on the next meeting.
Sure.
Okay. Once again, thank you so much, Ichiro.
Terima kasih banyak ya.
Terima kasih.
Sama-sama.
Jamatane.
Arigato. Sampai jumpa lagi. See
Sampai
you.
jumpa lagi. Terima
Ya,
kasih.
thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.